So small yet so bright, through shadows it fights, bringing warmth to the sight. A gentle whisper, a spark in the air. As the world feels too heavy, it's always there.
Hello viewer, and welcome to this exciting episode of Sparks of Hope. I am your host, Sr Agatha Zimba of the Daughters of St. Paul. The Daughters of St. Paul are an international religious congregation whose mission in the church is to evangelize using the means of social communication. In a special way, in this episode, I am joined by 3 second-year novices who are going to share about their experience. In these days, they are preparing to summarize their novitiate time. Welcome to this episode of Sparks of Hope. Before we go any further, I want you to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Saul Malala Langsua Natalia. I am from Madagascar. I am the firstborn in my family, and I am in the family of 3 children. So I'm happy to be here today.
Wow, so interesting to be the firstborn and deciding to become a religious. I am sure that must have been an interesting experience.
I am Rivoire Lala Tsejili Laurentia. I am the firstborn in the family of 7. I am from Madagascar.
Thank you.
My name is Rantanirina Emma Bienvenue. I come from Madagascar. I am the firstborn in 6 children. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. It's very interesting to hear from you. Now, looking back at what you have lived in the novitiate, I'm sure when you came to the novitiate, you had many expectations, many fears and all that. How has been your experience in the novitiate?
For me, my experience in the novitiate, first of all, it is for me first to live with different people from different countries. So it is nice. We can receive many things, experiences, creativities from my sisters in the novitiate. So that is very good for me, and it is also helping me to grow, because when we live with different people, with different characters, with a different way of thinking, of doing things, it will give me something good. I can learn from everyone.
Did you have any fear before you came? Did you have fears? How will the novitiate be?
I have a bit of fear before coming here, because for example, the language, it is new for me. The culture also, it is new. And I will begin a new life also in the formation, because before I was always with the people in my country, and now I am with many people. I can learn many things.
Okay, so you overcame the fear in the process.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Emma, tell us, how was it? How was your experience the first time you heard that you're coming to the novitiate?
In general, for me, it was a time of happiness, because it is my first time to go out of my country, and also to live with many young from different countries. And also I have learned many things from the others, many cultures, and also even many languages, many way of doing things. So for me, it is a time of graces. Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. You want to add anything, Sally?
Maybe most of the things we might have felt the same thing, but for me, my expectations before coming here, I had many expectations actually, but the first thing that I was expecting when I came here is to hear people speaking English very well. And I think it was realized when I came here. I really heard that even the people, they were helping me to speak English very well. And also, we were told before coming here that we would learn everything about the congregation, which is fulfilled also. I can say that it was a time for me to discover more about the congregation, about the way we live, and I think that is a moment of grace for me. And also, I liked the diversity that I found here. We had not only people from Madagascar, but we had almost people from 6 countries of Africa and even beyond. So I was living a very wonderful moment here in Kenya.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Now, tell the audience about what significant experience you had which strengthened your vocation, your call to religious life.
For me, what signified this time of novitiate, first of all, in this country, I have worked in many sectors about our apostolate. For example, in the printing, in the editorial, and also in the bookshop. And also, I went out in many places for book display. So I think it is significant of my novitiate. And also, apart from that, during this time of novitiate also, like it is a time of discernment for me to know my way of life, and also to know more about the daughters of St. Paul, because during this time we learn about the constitution, the charism of the daughters of St. Paul, the apostolate. So it is really a time of grace for me.
And for me, first of all, I am grateful for all the classes that we had here, because I could know everything about the daughters of St. Paul, our charism, the meaning of our apostolate, and also about community life in religious. So when we had class, we can live in the same time, because I have worked in the different departments. I was out for mission sometimes, so that is very good for me. Yes.
Now, how has your understanding grown during this moment of novitiate? How has the understanding of the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, how has it grown?
First of all, not many people that understand what is a vow of poverty, chastity, and obedience. But let us say, when I came in the novitiate, first of all, even myself, that's when I started to understand better these 3 vows. And I felt that all the classes that we had about the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience helped me very much to live them in my daily life. And actually, those 3 vows, I could just combine them in this word: practicing love everywhere I go, and everything I do. I should always practice love, because those 3 vows, they are just surrounded by love. Everything that you have to do when you are living your poverty, then that means you are putting some love to something else, And also, when you are living chastity, you are being faithful to somebody, not to, let us say, I love God and I am going somewhere else to love another person. Yes, I will love everybody the same way, but my faithfulness will remain with God. And obedience, I can only obey when I have love in my heart.
We cannot separate the vows, the three vows. We have to live them together. If we don't put them together, they are not complete. So, as my sister said, I can say also about love. Because like when we talk about poverty, it asks the renunciation of our will and a renunciation of something that I have also. So, and also if I live obedience, renounce my will to the will of God through my sisters, and all of those things, if I don't live with love, they will not give happiness for me. They will not help me to be happy in the religious life. So I can say all of them are talking about love.
Before I came in the novitiate, I didn't know more about the vows, only the exterior things. But when I come in the novitiate, this formation deepened my understanding of the vows. As I lived in the community, and also my understanding that the vows, they are all about renunciation and also mortification of oneself. For example, the vow of poverty, it is about renouncing what I will or what I want, but to focus more on the others. So that is why I lived in the community. A self-offering and self-denying, and also about the vow of obedience. It also about renunciation of the will, because sometimes, as I said in the beginning, that we lived in different countries, different cultures, but if you enter there, it is not easy. But the vow of obedience make it easy, because you have to renounce your will, but focus on the will of God. It is the one who is around you. And also about the vow of chastity, of course, it talk about love, but it is not about just of the body only, but as our founder James Alperian said, that it is also a chastity of mind, heart, and will.
I wish each one of you to say something, inviting the young lady. Maybe there's a young lady out there who is struggling or discerning to become a religious. What message do you have for them? And try to reassure them that this life is a good life.
First of all, I want to say it is good to be a sister, to be a religious. If we have a good will to serve God, we can join a religious life. Yes, it is. There is a different way to serve God, like to be a mother or like that. But according to my experience, I can say it is good to be a religious. You can live freely in religious life, because like for me, I have many sisters. I can say also that I have parents, because I have my elder sisters. I have always someone to help me. So I can say I am like in a family. I am living with the freedom in the religious life in my novitiate.
First of all, the religious life is not an old-fashioned, because maybe many people are thinking that this is not the way young ladies, young women should go. But if you are feeling called, if you are feeling to do something for God, I think you can just discern very well and look for a congregation. And especially as a daughter of St. Paul, I would suggest you, daughters of St. Paul might give some interesting thing for you to join them. And also the sisters here, they are very joyful. They are all helpful people. And also here, don't think that we are squeezed or we are not free enough to do what we want. But here we are taught to live in freedom, and we are taught also how to live our life with God and always in communion with our sisters. If you haven't had any experience with a sister, here you will have more if you come. So I invite you to join us.
Fellow young ladies, if you want to be a sister or have a desire to be a sister, we daughters of St. Paul are waiting for you. But what is my suggestion and my advice also, that in every life there is no easy, but in everything, even the way of marriage or in religious, there is a bit of difficulties. But my suggestion, if you have a willing to be a sister and that willing burn inside of your heart, I can say that God will guide you. Thank you.
Wow, it's very interesting. We can go on and on to talk about our experiences. Thank you very much. We wish you all the best as you go on. We are coming to the end of this program, the Sparks of Hope. We've had this interesting episode where we featured the second-year novices of the Daughters of St. Paul. You have heard their experiences. Please, if you're a young woman who is desiring to join the Daughters of St. Paul, or who is deciding to join religious life, don't feel shy. Have the courage to respond to the divine call. Dear viewer, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our updates. I've been your host, Sister Agatha Zimba of the Daughters of St. Paul. See you again for the next episode of Sparks of Hope. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Flicker in the night, so small yet so bright. Through shadows it fights, bringing warmth to